We just threw a little stealth bivvy camp at this campground. Met some incredible people last night. Sat around that fire pit and got fed, and it was beautiful. We drank a 15-year-old port. And now we're gonna go have breakfast at a place that they all suggested, right by the London Bridge. And Tanner was not cold tonight. Success. So here we are. The history of this bridge is the man went and bought it, had it brought to the desert, erected it in the desert. There was no water here. And then he dug this channel. Here's the process from warm and dry to cold and dry, and sometimes wet. But luckily the socks are still holding up. The whole body of the sock is waterproof, but I get water spillage over the top. Leaving civilization once again. Today is the winter solstice, so it's the shortest day of the year, and we still have a lot of lake miles to paddle. We're gonna stop right there and have ourselves some lunch. And back there. We're probably within 5 or 6 miles of where we're going to camp. Shortest day of the year, so we've been battling daylight this whole trip. When I did this before, it was in the end of June, and it wasn't getting dark until 8:30 at night. So it's a little different. Same miles, less daylight. Let me get a bigger one. So we're trolling right now. Tanner's got his line in the water. So as soon as we get around this point right here, there should be about 15 separate BLM boat-in only campsites south of us. And we're gonna go check them all out and pick out one that suits our needs for the night. We're getting to camp early. It's a full moon, so we're hoping these clouds get blown out. It's about 56 degrees right now, and the water is probably similar to that. last night's camping spot. So Tanner has pulled some of his stuff apart. He's got the kitchen started, drying out. That's his poncho. That's his, he put it on the ground on that real sandy beach. And it got a bunch of condensation. And then he's drying out his tent because he didn't even use it last night. We just cowboy camped. That's getting a little airflow. My bivvy, I wiped the inside of it with my towel and got all the condensation out of it. I wanted to show you my dry storage. This is the 19 quart Engel hard cooler. So I've got, mine's dry storage. Tanner's got the same one, and he has it as an ice chest right now. My Possibles pouch is just a clear one so I can see inside of it. I don't know what size that is, probably 10, it's a 10 liter. My main water container is a 10 liter Scepter, and that's worked really good this trip. It fits perfectly in that cutout. My garbage bags are always just Ziplocs. So then my other storage sacks, that's probably a 20 or 30 liter Baja Sea Line. That's a charcoal bag. And then my food is a 20 liter Sea to Summit Big River, which is a ripstop material, and it's got some extra lashing tie outs on the side. I put my bivvy and my rain kilt and then also my piece of Tyvek in a mosquito head net so they can breathe. And then all of my down, which is a vest, a full sleeved jacket, and then my quilt go inside of this DWR treated sill bag, which is nice because I can really smash it, and then it goes all the way to the top, to the tip of my kayak, because if I do get water inside the hole, that is on a higher elevation, so it shouldn't get that wet. Two of the identical thermoses, one's hot, one's cold. And then those are kind of my storage solutions. So this trip I'm trying my hand at dehydrating meats and carbs and then rehydrating them and eating them, for a 6-day trip. So I've got some baked chicken breasts that are dehydrated. I've got sauteed mushrooms. This is black bean that cilantro black bean mixture. That's ground beef with a lot of breadcrumbs in there so that it doesn't turn into gravel. And then breakfast sausage. I've also got some minute rice. So tonight what we'll do is we will take the chicken and the beef and then put rice and black beans in 2 separate bags, some of the mushrooms, rehydrate them, and then see what it tastes like. I'm trying my hand at it for the first time. We tried eggs, scrambled eggs, and that was a complete failure. How are those scrambled eggs, Tanner?
Oh, great.
Yeah, don't try that. All right, I'll bring you back to that point. All right, show you the first load of dehydrated foods. I've got marinated mushrooms, 3 layers of ground beef, marinated, cooked. That also has breadcrumbs, which is supposedly supposed to keep it from clumping together. And then I've got 2 layers of sausage. This is just load 1. I've got it set at the highest temperature for the meats. That will want to dehydrate for about 6 to 7 hours. The mushrooms are going to be much faster, so I will have to check on them, in probably 3 or 4 hours. Adios. Alright, so what we've got here is the roast beef. It's actually quite a bit, I think. This trip is probably going to be 5 to 6 days. And then the mushrooms, just a little flavor. Left in here, I married the sausage all on one plate. It's very oily and greasy, so I'm trying to get rid of as much as I can on that. And then I've got regular spicy jerky, 2 trays of that, and then 2 trays of teriyaki. And then on the very bottom, just to keep everything clean, I've got a drip tray. Next will be chicken, cheese, and then a mixture of rice, black bean, with a bunch of seasonings, cilantro and whatnot. Adios. Some of those hurt worse than the others. These in particular. It's a lot of lake pops. Yeah, that's cool. The last sunset we enjoy. Our destination is right there at that big chute of concrete coming out of the mountain.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Man, that's close.
full moon. Yeah. So this is everything rehydrated. We have ground beef and sauteed mushrooms, a baked chicken with like a barbecue sauce on it, and then black beans and rice, butter, and then this is the little koozie that I've made to rehydrate everything, and then also this is my ice chest with frozen foods while I backpack. And then our plates and silverware. And then our projects. That's as full as they get. It's an Arizona fire. Adios. Okay, so look, it's the Grinch on fire. His head, body, arm, tail, leg, and leg. I see it. Well, I'm gonna make us some coffee.
Cool.